And then suddenly on his feed, there are all these cat videos, right? Because we went to cat cafe. It's not suddenly, it's not a surprise. I'm sure it's happened to all of you where the coincidence seems alarming.
Yeah. God, what the hell was I talking about?
Guns.
Right.
Cats.
Guns, cats, and the other part of this picture was the AI, man. Like, you know, if AI knows, there's predictive analytics that can predict what you're going to buy and when you're going to buy it and where you're going to be. Well, why the hell can't we find these fuckers before they get out in public, you know? Now, I would propose interventionist and intervention with a couple of police officers and a social worker. You can do a welfare check. You know what a welfare check is, kids? Poor guy across the street, Dennis. I should have went over and talked to the guy. You know, I don't have any friends anyway. Maybe go to talk to him. This is a long time ago. I don't mean, hi, you baby. I'm sorry. I'm relaxing. This bitter, poetic.
Oh, it is a true Wednesday for this gentleman.
Oh my God. Anyway, Dennis died.
Oh,
he wanted to talk to me one day. I remember he was staring at me just across the street. I don't know, man, should I talk to him? And it's just one of those moments I wish I went over and talked to him.
Because compassion.
Right, and I didn't, and then there you go. Next thing I know, like, he's dead within a week or two or something, man. I didn't see him, and what happened? The point is, they had a welfare check. Someone's, whatever, poor guy died by himself. But that's what a welfare check is, man. The state, the power of the state. Ooh, the government can't come and do it. Yes, they can. You can have a welfare check, see what's fucking going on with you if you're putting shit on the fucking internet. These fucking people are on the internet. Why the fuck can't you get over there and do a fucking welfare check? What the fuck? Is that fucking hard? What's wrong with people? How's that for a rant?
Right. You're saying.
And you gun people ought to get behind it. Not sit there and fucking puff your chest out. We need some help. People are getting massacred. Well, that's what happens when you have a Second Amendment. Ridiculous. Nonsense.
You can call in welfare checks if you're worried about someone.
That's right. Yes. But here I envision, it's a police state. FBI, state police. Somebody's looking at these idiots and getting come on, man, AI agents, aren't they so fucking independent? Ooh, they can make $1 billion on their own. Well, get them on the fucking crazy list. Fucking get them monitoring fucking people.
Well, do they have them? Is there?
I don't think they do it fucking at all, quite frankly, dumbasses.
Is there in the U.S. that takes care of things like that?
I think fucking they don't give a fuck.
I wonder. I'm gonna look it up.
Creeps. Anyway, so the gun thing, yes, but come on, man, we can do better. Oh God, what can I rant about next, huh?
I don't think there's a need to rant.
You're right. I don't need to rant.
We just want to get our point across that there are a lot of things that could be improved with the system we have in place. We just need people to want to change things, Don't become indifferent. Don't become indifferent to the news, to the things around you.
Oh, God. All right, so actually, this is cool. Well, I don't know. Years ago, there was a NPR show, radio, something like, and this guy said, give the conservative their guns and give the liberals their sex. And there is a logic there, if you let, and this was Roe versus Wade was still in effect, so everything was kind of cool in a sense. We can talk about Roe versus Wade. That's complex.
Yes.
Now the gun thing got out of hand. Roe versus Wade is no longer in effect, but we can reach a place with guns. Well, like this guy in Denmark said, the macro media economic guy. You know, you can reduce a lot of gun violence by taking measures other than controlling weapons or whatnot. I'd want bullets, like, man, fucking registered somehow. Casings. And I don't know if they do that now, or like fucking right down to the fucking place of purchase, man.
Well, when you purchase them, I'm sure that goes. Does it go on your license when you purchase them? How does that work?
I don't know. I don't think they do. It's very, not we. I am revealing my lack of knowledge in this area.
Well, and not all bullets are the same. Some bullets explode to create more damage. You know, so also we could look at that maybe.
So, oh dear. Moving into, like, I sit there and think about this stuff all day. I think about peace in the Middle East. You know, I'll get stuck in traffic thinking about how to fucking, like, come up with a plan for fucking the whole Middle East. I'm a psycho. Anyways, I thought about, like, political parties. It's not different for being the sake of different. Coexistence. We have to coexist with the people with guns, okay? Like, you got a better fucking plan?
Well, people with different belief systems than yours.
I want those guys because January 6th, all right? I want you on my side. I don't want anybody to fuck with me. Us. That's what I meant. Oh dear.
Good Lord.
Moving right along.
I'm a little tired, Danny.
Oh. Wow.
But it's a Wednesday appointment.
Quick.
Yeah.
We'll get through this. All right.
Okay.
Let's talk about this. For the guys, the conservative, I got the guns. Conservatives, I got.
We see the point.
What do we do for the women? The sexy liberals. Policy, healthcare. I didn't know until recently 1 in 4 pregnancies, 1 in 4, 1 to 1.5 they are miscarriages. And look, we have to solve the problem of Roe versus Wade. I think if you were going to pass legislation, if I understand this correctly, for Roe versus Wade, that would legalize abortions up to and beyond 22 weeks. Is that the right fucking thing? 22 to 24 weeks.
Viability is 24 weeks.
Right, it's viability. So I personally think viability is the wrong measure. And the gun guys are nuts. The guys on the right, oh, that Planned Parenthood, blah, 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 blah. In my perfect world, in my love says this already occurs, I would protect young women. I don't know does this happen? Like, I want a young woman to walk, might not have had such a good weekend with, her friend, boyfriend, or whoever the fuck she was with. And, something happens to her and she's in some trouble and needs some help. And I want her to be able to go into a hospital and say, I think I'm pregnant. And that's all she has to say. And then somebody, I think this might happen now. Does this happen now?
Yeah, so
well, does it happen here? This is what I want. This is what I see. Social worker, doctor, nurse,
proper medical treatment.
Right.
without moral judgment, really.
Right, and then like she doesn't have to go tell her parents or.
Well, at 14, I think children at 14 can make their own medical decisions.
Right, that's not that
Yeah.
So so there's that end of the spectrum for the women thing, all the way to. All right, I'm sorry, here's the departure point.
It's a human thing.
North Carolina apparently has 12 weeks, which I personally, due to my own spirituality, I'm much more comfortable with. I don't know what. I'm sorry, I'm going to hurt everybody's feelings. I don't know what the hell fits in the size of a petri dish. I have a woman over here, or a young woman. I don't know what's in the petri dish. Is that a person? Is that a cell? Is that a soul?
Well, that's everybody's
Is that a zygote?
personal belief system. Everyone is entitled
Everybody
to build their belief
takes this
system.
pompous ass, judgmental. Oh, I know what right and wrong is. Oh, if Jesus were here, I would tell him right exactly.
Well, I mean,
but that is a soul inside that cell mass.
okay, then let's
And I would
provide
be
more
righteous about it.
resources so this woman could carry that baby to term, and if she were to choose, she could give this baby to adoption without prejudice because she gave up her kid, or that she's taken care of, her health is taken care of, she's in a safe space. If one were to choose to go forward with the pregnancy,
Which is
giving,
fine. I'm fine.
giving people up for adoption.
Advice that way too.
Right. What about adoption? We never put adoption into this. If someone were to decide to go through with a pregnancy, adoption's a viable thing. And that's also for women who are married. If a woman has children and can't emotionally take on another child, or a woman can have a baby and the baby goes to the baby's father or the family, it doesn't mean that she has to raise that child. She could give that baby up for adoption.
Going all the way to the child tax care credit. You have a kid, send you $1,000. Don't means test it. I don't think things should be means tested, because when you take the money away from wealthy people, they get resentful. That's a problem.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, so I don't think we should means test it, but I think somehow you want to have a child. Oh, send you some money, and like, honey, you were explaining, you would have more time off in Europe. Right, there was greater time off for having a child in Europe, right?
Yeah, but the problem there is then that, you wouldn't get a full-time contract. There are ways around everything, okay?
Okay.
There are wise guys everywhere when it comes to